So, how can complete silence actually be the loudest clue in a super high stakes negotiation? It sounds weird, right? Well, today we're going to try and decode this huge political chess match that's happening behind a potential ceasefire in Gaza. And the whole story, it doesn't start with a big bang. It starts with a really surprising prediction, and then this incredibly telling quiet from one of the main players.
Okay, so where did all this buzz even come from? It all kicked off with this really bold prediction from a source you might not expect. And they weren't just saying a breakthrough was possible, they were saying it was about to happen.
And yep, that was former President Trump. He came out and said super confidently that a deal was coming. Not just any deal either, one that would get the hostages back and end the war. I mean, that's a massive claim, especially from someone so involved in the region's recent history. But here's the thing. The real story here isn't what he said. It's what wasn't said back.
Now, you'd think a statement like that would get an instant reaction, right? A quick confirmation, a flat-out denial, something. But from the Israeli government, we got something way more interesting. Just silence.
Unusually quiet. That's how everyone described it. No denial, no, that's not true. Just this deafening silence. And let me tell you, in the world of high-stakes diplomacy, that kind of quiet, it's almost never just quiet. It's a signal.
So that brings us to the big question, right? Why in the world would silence suggest a breakthrough? It feels totally backwards, doesn't it? But it actually points to a very, very specific and very risky strategy.
See, this isn't just a case of no comment. It's a tactic, a deliberate choice. It screams extreme secrecy. It's all about compartmentalization. This is the kind of move you only pull when the talks are so fragile, so sensitive, that one wrong word to the press could make the whole thing just fall apart.
And look, this isn't just us guessing. This has happened before. It's like we've seen this exact playbook run in the past. If you want to get what's going on now, all you have to do is look back at another huge diplomatic win that was cooked up in the exact same kind of secrecy. And when you put them side by side, it becomes crystal clear. Think back to the Abraham Accords about 5 years ago. What was the method? Compartmentalization. Who were the key players? Netanyahu and a tiny, hand-picked group of advisors. He literally cut out his own foreign and defense ministers. Now, fast forward to today's Gaza talks. It's the exact same model. You've got Netanyahu and his close confidant Ron Dermer running the whole show. And most of the cabinet is apparently clueless. It really is history repeating itself.
So we're talking about an incredibly small inner circle. It's probably just Prime Minister Netanyahu and his Strategic Affairs Minister, Ron Dermer. And this isn't just about being secretive for the sake of it. No, this kind of tight control has one purpose: to stop leaks and, just as importantly, to prevent political sabotage from inside his own government.
But, okay, let's say they manage to hammer out a deal. Getting it signed is really only half the battle. For Netanyahu, the biggest fight might not even be with Hamas. It might be with his own government. A peace deal abroad could literally start a political war at home. And the political battlefield is pretty stark. On one side, you have the hardliners in his coalition. They are dead set against a deal and are threatening to bring down the entire government if one goes through. But then, on the other side, something really unexpected happened. An offer came in from the opposition. They're calling it a political safety net. So what on earth is this safety net? It's a fascinating political move, really. Basically, Netanyahu's biggest political rivals are throwing him a lifeline. They're giving him a way to get a deal approved, even if his current coalition partners walk out on him. So here's how this super risky path could actually work. Step 1, Netanyahu accepts the opposition's help. Step 2, that support lets him survive the no-confidence votes that are sure to come once his coalition partners bail. Step 3, he gets the deal through. But, and this is a big but, the political cost is huge. It would almost certainly mean an early election. Okay, so let's zoom out from all this high-level political maneuvering for a second. What do the people in Israel actually want? And how does that square with the government's official goals for the war? This right here is where you find the real tension in this whole situation. Well, if you look at the polls, and we've seen a bunch of them, they all show that a majority of Israelis, even if it's a slim one, want a negotiated deal to get the hostages home. That creates a ton of public pressure on the government to make something happen, even while the politicians are fighting amongst themselves. And this really gets to the core of the government's whole problem. They've stated 2 main goals for this war. Goal number 1,
bring all the hostages home. Goal number 2, completely end Hamas's rule in Gaza. The fundamental question, the one that everything hinges on, is can you actually do both of those things at the same time?
And that brings us to the final, ultimate dilemma. Let's say Netanyahu manages to navigate this political minefield and survive. Can any deal actually deliver on both of Israel's stated goals? Is it even possible to get all the hostages back and guarantee the total end of Hamas's rule? Or does choosing one mean you automatically have to sacrifice the other? That really is the impossible choice at the center of this whole ceasefire chess game.